Evening people, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, round 3 of TANSO's CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. We are live from Lago Maggiore West again tonight. Oh sorry, West, we were East last night. Did I put East? Oh, I didn't put anything to put Lago Maggiore. Ah, that's good. I didn't make the mistake. So yes, we were at East last night. East last night with the MX-5s. Tonight we're at West with the Minis. Let's see how we get on. So, 2 races. Usual format, a 15-minute and then a half an hour. Why can't I ever find the points? Ah, there they are. That's what I wanted. No, it's not. That's the wrong points. Still looking. Still looking. Come on. I'm running a little bit late, people, so I'm a teeny bit flustered. And now I can't find the points. Right, I'll come back to that. Oh, someone's glitching around. So, 15-minute quali. Let's get ourselves on track, see what's kicking off. P. Gibb, evening mate. How are you doing? 11th at the minute, that's how you're doing. So only just on outlaps. I'm just finishing outlaps there. 154 TRG Rick 2 continue. That's the opposite way round as well. It's the correct way round for this circuit. Let's get ourselves back with one of the a little bit too far back. I'll go for an onboard lap with Chanel. Down for the count, evening. It's live tonight. Let's get ourselves on a bit of that view. So down this start-finish straight then. This is where the first turn chaos may ensue. So hard on the brakes, tight 90-degree left. A little burst of power into a hairpin right. So through there, instead of the king left they were running through last night, they king right. A little bit of curb there. Oh, Rob ordered RA320, I thought we were with Chanel. Never mind. RA320 showing us how not to do it. So through the wiggles, up and over the hill, down towards the great big hairpin at the bottom. Take all the curb in the world across this one. You'll see drivers doing it. There you go. Pajonski taking all of that curb. No penalty either. So through there, into the left-right combo. Full speed through these. Letting it drift out to the left. Getting it ready for these next couple of turns. Just letting off through here. So it's a double right-hander. You can let it run wide through the first part. Cut back in for the second. Again, you may see 1 or 2 drivers run it out wide to the left. Looks like RA320 is just backing off a little bit, giving himself a bit of space. So back down the hill towards this final turn. Got to get this one right as well. It can be quite easy to run it a little bit wide there. RA320 just keeping it on track. Does look like he's on with a pad. Looking at the inputs. He puts in a 141. 141.4. So 36 for his fastest. Right, let's go and have a look through, see who's doing what. So Dan KBL 135.2 at the minute, 0.3 of a second up from Blackwell 411. These two had a great battle last week. Blackwell 411 135.5. So TRG Obi-Wan 135.8 for him. Saw him in the Mazdas last night. Chanel 135.8 as well. Just 1,000th. I can never say that word very well. 1,000th behind TRG Obi-Wan at the minute. Absolutely nothing in it. So Luke Doherty just getting pushed down to 6. He's just gone quicker. Pete Gibb throwing himself into 3rd. 135.7 for Pete Gibb. Just getting pushed down to 4th. Rob Scott going quicker. 135.4. So Blackwell 411 now 3rd. Pete Gibb 4th. TRG Obi-Wan 5th. Chanel in 6th at 135.8. Luke Doherty 7th. 136.0. Pajonsky 136.1. D-Dot 136.4, just getting it back on track. RA320 we've just been on board with at 136.9. See what he's got, just comes across the line 137.6, so still not quicker than his 136.9 at the minute. TRG Rick to continue 137.4. Graham Reed's sitting this one out in the pits at the minute. He's got another 135 on the board there for Dan. Let's see what he's got. That was his outlap. 36.0. Pajonsky actually going quicker. Got himself into 4th, 135.6. Look at that rear end. Don't look at the front. The side's alright. So big shout out to Tony and Chloe down there at CHewitt Racing, or CHewitt Racing, CHewitt. I like that word. Reminds me of being a kid. So Dan KBL then. He has had, so it's only 0.065 between himself and Rob Scott. Blackwell still a quarter of a second back in 3rd at the minute. Pajonsky looks like he's hitting the pits, certainly is. Pete Gibbs still out on track, 135.7 for him, 5th. Obi-Wan just getting released, fresh set of boots on board. First race and qualifying is mediums only. And his strategy will play out in race 2. So Chanel 7th, left and come back, but put a time in, otherwise wouldn't be in 7th. So what, 0.075 back from Obi-Wan, so pretty much a 135.8 then. Luke Doherty 136.0, still unable to beat that at the minute. Trying to get a bit of a toe off someone down there. He does go quicker, 135.7, gets himself up into 5th. Breaks himself at the end of the start-finish straight though. So Chanel now 8th. D-Dot 9th, 136.4. RA320 just putting his fastest lap in so far in this qualifying, 136.6. Cutler 11th, 142.0. So it looks like he's left and come back. Graham Reed's just come out of the pits to continue now down at the back of the pack. 137's his best time. Alright, let me see if I can find these things. give you the top 10. That's what I can give you. So we'll stay on board with Rick to continue rolling around at the back. Just coming around this final turn though. Let's see what he's got. 10 minutes into qualifying, 10.5 minutes into qualifying. Cutler just running it a little bit deep. So Rick puts in 137 from him. Right, so after last week's Sardegna round, P. Gibb is leading the way, 72 points up front. Blackwell 411 not far behind on 69. In second, Dan KBL in third. He's on 61 points. Cutler 182. He's in fourth with 47 points. Rob Scott fifth. He's on 46 points. Luke Doherty is sixth. 38 points for him. Ghost Realm, not seeing him in the lobby tonight. So he should be in 7th, but 34 points, not in the lobby. RA320 8th, 33 points. D-Dot 9th, he's on 32 points. Graham Reed's in 10th with 30 points, and unfortunately that's all I can give you. But you've got the top 10. Right, where are we? 12 minutes in. Let's have a flick through Obi-Wan then. He's gone and stuck himself on pole position, 135.064. Oh, I lie. Dan KBL and Zach Blackwell come back through to take that position off him. So Dan goes quickest, 134.887. Blackwell 411, 135.021. Pushes Obi-Wan down. He's still got a couple of minutes to try and get those lap times down. 135.064 for him then. Rob Scott 4th, 135.3. P. Gibb 5th, just chucking on a new set of boots. He's going to try and get out and do another one then. 135.3 for him. Excuse me. Isabel Alcantara. Nomo do Jogo, whatever that is. So Bajonski 6th, just on an outlap. Fresh set of boots on board for him. Luke Doherty 7th, 135.7. Chanel 8th, 136.2 on the board there, but obviously not his quickest. He's picked up a penalty on that one. So D-Dot just coming out as well on a fresh set of boots, trying to get that lap time down before the end of qualifying, sitting in 10th. RA320 now 11th on that 136.6. Graham Reed's 12th, his fastest at 137.061 there. And TRG Rick to continue, 137.4 on lap 3. So just a minute left of qualifying. KBL then, 134.887. So the top 3 are carrying extra weight over from last week. That's Dan KBL, Zach, Blackwell 411 and P. Gibb. Apologies, it's not top 3 in the championship this one, is it? Oh my god, I forget. Is it the top 3 in the championship or the top 3 from last week? I need to go digging. So Obi-Wan's gone quicker again, 134.919, so closes the gap up on TRG on Dan KBL. And that's pretty much going to be it. He might get to finish this lap if he decides to push it. Cheers, Gaz. Dan KBL then, what's he got? This is his last chance. He has got Blackwell 411 right behind him. 34, 35, so no, 135 something. 135.2. What did Blackwell put in? 36 there. Rob Scott actually going a little bit quicker right at the end of quali. So eating some chocolate on the way round, getting that car a little bit lighter. He's gone at 135.009, or he's been flinging chocolate out the window, one of the two. So Dan on pole, TRG Obi-Wan second, Rob Scott third, Blackwell 411 going in reverse, as is Dan KBL. So fourth for Blackwell, P Gibb fifth. He's going to finish this lap, but he's picking up a penalty for that. 36.0, not as quick anyway. So fifth place for P Gibb, Bajonski sixth, Luke Doherty seventh, Graham Reed's in eighth, RA320 in ninth, D-Dot 10th. Is he going to get a chance to finish this lap? We are over the 15 minutes. I think that you do get to finish the lap you're on. So D-Dot giving it his all right at the end. What's he got? It's 136.4, so not as quick, unfortunately. So Cutler in... What's Cutler suddenly 7th? Cutler was in 10th then, that's bizarre. TRG Rick to continue actually going quicker. His time not on the board. Oh no, it's not, it's because Chanel and Blackwell 411 have chucked themselves in the pits. Right, here we go, race one. Top three last race. There you go. Cheers, P Gibb. I forget who that is. It's probably you. Was you, wasn't it? So Dan KBL up front then, leading from TRG Obi-Wan, Rob Scott in third. What are you going to give me, PlayStation? You're going to give me useless views. Unfortunately, we can't see the lights. Might get myself on board with one of the drivers at the back and just see what kind of chaos ensues into turn one. Oh, looking pretty clean at the minute. A little too clean for my liking. But do like clean racing. So through the first two awkward turns really well. Let's go and see what's happening. Den KBL then still leads the pack. He's got about a second on Rob Scott at the minute. Rob Scott's got TRG Obi-Wan half a second back. Bajonski another quarter of a second back in fourth. P Gibb fifth. Luke Doherty in sixth. Graham Reed seventh. Where is... Oh, Cutler going for a slingshot down the inside of the hairpin. So he takes that seventh straight off Graham Reed's. RA320 is trying to get past him. He's going to have to run around the outside in his next turn. Luke Doherty under pressure for sixth. Actually losing it for a... Yeah, I think he has. Cutler then making his way through to sixth. Luke Doherty now seventh. RA320 8th. Graham Reed's 9th. D-Dot 10th. Chanel 11th. And TRG Rick 2 continue in 12th. So it looks like we've lost Blackwell 411, and I know why. He's left himself in the pits, which if you leave yourself in the pits, you start from the back of the pack. You have to make it down the track through the first timing mark for it to re-register your qualifying time. Otherwise it doesn't, basically, and you have to start from the back of the pack. So there it is, Dan KBL then still leading into lap 2, 1.1 still over Rob Scott. Still got just over half a second from TRG Obi-Wan. He's gone a little bit wide there though, that's going to slow him down. Bajonski's going to get a good run on him. So is P Gibb as they come back up the hill. TRG Obi-Wan not losing as much speed as I expected. He is coming under threat for that third and fourth position then. So Bajonski and P. Gibb look like they're going to come through, unless TRG Obi-Wan can roll it around the outside. Not quite. P. Gibb then just slots himself through, but Obi-Wan's going to come back through the left-hander. P. Gibb now got the inside line to the right. Great bit of driving here between these two. Side by side down into this double right-hander. Side by side through there, that's great. And again, TRG Obi-Wan going for the jink back across the rear end of P. Gibb. Slings one down the inside into the final turn. Cutler's going to try and follow him through. P. Gibb just running a little bit wide. He's going to allow a cut through. Down into 6 now then, P. Gibb. So kicking off in this mid-pack at the minute. See what's happening up front. Dan KBL then pulled a bit more time. 1.3 over Rob Scott. 1.5 now. He's managed to pull himself 1.1 over Bajonski though, so dropped the immediate threat. Bajonski himself has pulled 1.6 from this big gaggle behind. TRG Obi-Wan still leading that lot. He's got a Cutler for company. Going for a sling around the outside while TRG Obi-Wan was going defensive, using all that curb, Cutler. It's going to work for him. Can Obi-Wan keep his nose down the inside? Nice tight line there through that turn for Obi-Wan, but it's not benefited him. Cutler then comes through to take 4th. TRG Obi-Wan 5th. Bit of a gap now back to, let's just flick back to Obi-Wan. Bit of a gap back to now Graham Reed, who's 6th place. P. Gibb's 7th, RA320 in 8th. So P. Gibb, yeah, I think P. Gibb's carrying extra weight from last week for definite. So TRG Obi-Wan coming through. 5th place at the end of lap 3. So 5 minutes into race 1, 10 minutes remaining. Dan KBL now got 3 seconds. Rob Scott losing 2nd position actually. Bajonski coming through to take that off him. Looks like he's got the first turn a little bit wrong. Blackwell 411. I don't know why we haven't had a restart, to be honest. Oh no, we can't have a restart if you jump out the lobby being in last. But that's what happens. So Bajonski, now he's 2nd place, 3.8 seconds the gap he's got to try and close up on Dan KBL in front. He's pulled over half a second from Rob Scott already. Still a bit of a gap back to Obi-Wan. He's managed to get 4th back off of Cutler. Now Cutler's coming back. Not taking 4th yet as Cutler, he's hunting that 4th. Obi-Wan's not making it easy for him though. Rob Scott closing the gap back up on Bajonski a little bit. Cutler then goes for a bit of a move down the inside. Obi-Wan's struggling to get around that last turn. Possibly Obi-Wan carrying extra weight as well. A little bit defensive from Cutler's attack. Tries to run around the outside, does Cutler. Oh, sorry, wrong driver. He's gone a little bit deep. That's allowed TRG Obi-Wan to hold on to that position again for another lap. So Cutler holds 5th then. Graham Reed's 6th. He's got P. Gibb wide on his rear end. Oh, P. Gibb just getting a wheel on the grass there, nearly losing the rear of that Mini. Sitting in 7th at the minute. He's got Chanel closing him down in the coastal livery behind. RA320 in 9th. 1.1 back. And he's got a D-Dot only 0.8 of a second back. Luke Doherty as well, 0.5 of a second back. I think Luke's the 3rd driver carrying the extra weight. Looking at how far back he is. And yeah, just look at his tyre wear compared to anyone else's on track. D-Dot actually getting it a little bit wrong through the hairpin. Does that benefit Luke Doherty? And TRG Rick to continue. He's another 6 seconds back in 12th. Yeah, let's just go and have a look at Luke Doherty's tyres versus anyone else's. So he's just having a go at D-Dot at the minute, gets that 10th position off him. We'll flip back to D-Dot's tyres. There's less wear on D-Dot's tyres. Let's go to the front man. Again, less wear on Dan KBL's, less wear on Rob Scott's. Probably less on Pajonski's. TRG Obi-Wan, not a lot. Cutler's not got a lot. Graham Reed's not got a lot. Pete Gibb just coming through there to try and get that position off of Graham Reed's. He's also not got a lot. Chanel, not a lot. A little bit on RA320. Luke Doherty's actually looking better now for some reason. He is carrying the extra weight. Alright, Dan KBL starting to run away with this one now. 6 minutes left, 5 seconds up the road from Rob Scott. He's managed to get that position back off Pajonski. He's pulled a 1.2 second gap over him as well. Pajonski's managed to pick himself up with a penalty, tries to lose it through the hairpin. He's got almost a second over TRG Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's managed to pull a gap on TRG Cutler. Oh, sorry, Cutler 182. Make your mind up, son. Time on Cutler as well, 1.2 seconds the gap. P. Gibb then now 6th. He's got a Graham Reed, a Chanel and an RA320 all hunting him down for that 6th position. Chanel going a little bit deep, might pick up a penalty for that. Not sure if, yeah, there you go, 0.5 of a second he's now got to try and lose. Oh, and he gets a wheel on the grass as well. That's chucked him right out wide. He's on the grass again. He's going to try and get that back on track. All the way down in 9th. And a penalty. Luke Doherty 10th. D-Dot trying to come back at him. It's not working. Rick 2 continues. Lost a couple more tenths. He's now 6.4 seconds back. So less than 5 minutes to go. Dan KBL's lost a 10th. Rob Scott has lost a 10th. Pajonski has lost all of his lead. TRG Obi-Wan slinging himself down the inside at the hairpin. Pajonski's trying to lose that penalty, but it looks like he was running quite slow anyway. Maybe just coasting into that hairpin to try and drop the penalty, and now sticks on the back of TRG Obi-Wan. Try and pile the pressure on for the last 4 minutes, trying to run wide through there. Just drops his penalty off again, does Pajonski. Gives Obi-Wan a tiny bit of breathing room for a corner or two. So he pulls out 10th back. Gives himself another 5.1 seconds up the road now for Dan KBL. Rob Scott 2nd, pulling a bit more time on TRG Obi-Wan. 1.8 seconds the gap there, 1.9 now. Obi-Wan and Pajonski look like they're going to have a good old fight to the end. Pajonski still losing that penalty though. Got to be careful on these circuits, easy to run wide on this track. Pick up those great big half-second penalties. So Cutler 182 now under a bit of pressure himself for that 5th position. He's got a P. Gibb closing down on him. 1.4 of a second. Pete Gibb maybe a little bit too far back to go for a manoeuvre. Close that gap up a little bit. Loses it again though. He's coming under increased pressure from Graham Reeds for that 7th at the end of this race. 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. He's having to go defensive. Pete Gibb trying to chuck one around the outside. Pete Gibb will have the inside line into these next couple of turns. Whether he can carry the speed. Graham Reed's having a good old run at it though around the outside. Not quite worked out for him there, but he's piled that pressure on Pete Gibb. Now trying to chuck one down the inside into the final turn. Side by side as they head down into this one. He's got the line. Still side by side as they come out. Graham Reed's just getting that one then. Will Pete Gibb sling one back down the inside and the first turn? He tries it. I think his car just running a little bit heavy. He's holding on to 7th at the minute. He's now got Chanel, RA320 and D-Dot closing him back down. What's happened to Luke Doherty? Luke Doherty now back down into 11th, 1.3 seconds back. To continue now nearly 9 seconds back. So just over a minute remaining. Dan KBL still holding about 5 seconds. Rob Scott still holding 2nd position. Lost a little bit of time to Obi-Wan behind. Are we going to see, I think some of these drivers will see another lap. Whether they all see another lap, I don't know. Final turn to go for Dan KBL. He's certainly going to see another lap. 45 seconds remaining. They might all get through. Yeah, easily. Maybe not Rick. He might make it. So Dan KBL coming through to start his final lap. 4.8 second lead over Rob Scott. So he's gained a couple of tenths back over TRG Obi-Wan, the gap back to 1.6. But pull time over Bajonski. We are over the timer now. That's 15 minutes gone. This will become final lap. So all to play for now in these last few corners. Graham Reed's up into 5th, Chanel 6th, Cutler down in 7th, under pressure from D-Dot. So still kicking off in the mid-pack. Cutler going for a bit of a move down the inside of D-Dot. Can he get one down the inside of Chanel as well? No, Chanel's saying you're not having that. I'm having all that hairpin. He's still having to go massively defensive from Cutler, who keeps his car in the middle of that circuit. D-Dot trying to get back down the outside as well. It's going to give him the inside line. 3 wide almost into there. Cutler's running a little bit deep. Tiny bit of contact between D-Dot and Chanel. I've got to go and watch the drivers coming across the line. So here comes race leader Dan KBL. 5 second lead at the end of this race. Through he comes comfortably then to take race 1 win. Rob Scott coming under a little bit of pressure there at the end to take 2nd. TRG Obi-Wan to close the gap up on him. Bajonski comes home to take 4th. Graham Reed's 5th. What's happened? Chanel 6th. D-Dot's got past him to 7th. Cutler in 8th. RA320 in 9th. Pete Gibb in 10th. Backwards. Luke Doherty 11th. And yes, TRG Rick to continue had finished the race. Would you look at that? That's a great big cup of coffee sat in front of me and I've not slurped it at all. Pole, fastest lap and clean race. Don't ask people. I don't know why that is. I don't know why it decides to go into chaos mode at the end of every race before it decides to put people back in the pits. Car's going at 400 miles sideways into barriers. It's interesting. Right. I think we're going to have a bit of a 5-minute break-ish, and then we'll jump into race 2. Half an hour, strategies change up a little bit. Fuel comes into play in race 2. I mean, tyre wear was on in race 1, but nobody was pitting. So, a few minutes wait. How we all doing, people? All right? Yeah, Luke's struggling. He's fast. He is fast, but for some reason, his game doesn't play like everyone else's. Saying that, my game doesn't play like everyone else's. My replay function doesn't work. So I've not missed the... Nope. Nobody actually coming up in the chat saying what time race 2 is. I can imagine it's going to be at 10 past. So 483 subscribers, 17 more. Come on, can we get 17 more before Christmas or New Year? Which should we go for Christmas? We ain't going to do Christmas, are we? Maybe for New Year. What you need to do, right, this is a little challenge for you all, because it's tell your mates, tell your mums, is when they're not looking, get your mates and your mum's phones and just little sub. Don't press the bell icon, otherwise it'll go mental. Just, oh, show me that thing on YouTube. Yeah, darksmoka. Subscribe. You know the one, people. I've walked into phone shops and done it on their phones. Oh, I didn't see much glitching, to be honest, Luke. There's a tiny bit in qualifying. Race 2 settings then, just being entered. What have we got? Tyre wear setting now times 8. Fuel is times 6, and they do start with a full tank. Any tyre between super softs and racing hards? Yeah, half an hour. It was pretty epic, Morgan. There was a good old battle between you lot in the midfield pack for most of the race, I've got to say. Say hi to Facebook, guys. I'm assuming Facebook FB. Don't go, Pajonsky. So, top 3 from race 1. They will carry the extra weight over into race 2. So, Dan KBL, Obi-Wan and Pajonsky, I believe. I like Rob Scott and TRG Obi-Wan, not Pajonsky. Pajonsky's going to be super light, but it is reverse grid for race 2. Yeah, I've seen, Luke. I've seen that you hate this game. Ah. Oh dear, Pete Gibb. Well, things happen, you know. I know it wasn't malicious. I've not seen malicious driving in any lobbies for a long time, which is a good thing. But you drop the weight now, Phil, don't you? So therefore, it's like full chat, apart from like tyres and fuel, obviously. Just make sure you know, remember your car's super light. Let's not have it, Luke. Don't do that kind of thing. Not on purpose. If it happens now, well, I don't know. Luke Doherty, man, why don't you go toilet before the damn race? Every time. If you weren't typing paragraphs on Facebook and chats and stuff, you'd have time to go toilet. You wouldn't have to tell anyone. Just go. Stop chatting. Go toilet. Damn it. So we are getting a 5-minute break, but that was given probably 3 minutes ago, so it might be 1/4 then. Predictions for race 2. Oh, I've got to give Cutler a shout. I've got to give Luke Doherty a shout if he can control his rage and tyres. Dan KBL maybe, but again he's carrying the extra weight. It's a longer race. Pete Gibbs always a good shout. He's had a couple of good results. Starting to get the hang of this, aren't you, Pete Gibb? What about yourself, Morgan? Think you're going to? How do you think you're going to do? Race 2. Morgan is Chanel, by the way, people. Where did you end up? 6th. Look at that. Yeah, you do know that Dan and Blackwell 411 both drive in the minis, don't you, in real life? I don't know whether they have this season, but they have done. Got race 2 nailed. That's what I want to hear. It's race 1 of rubbishing. Oh, well, there you go, Morgan. There you go. Oh, yes, you did. Of course you did. Yeah, you were part of the. So why? How come? What's going on then? Huh? You should be up there kicking arse, taking names. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, Pete Gibb. It is a shame. D-Dot's admin here. Okay. there you go, Morgan. That's there's your excuse. I like it. Not messing about. Luke Doherty still chucking around the old hate comments in the PlayStation chat there. Hate towards the game, not to other drivers. People, don't worry. Now then, that's a good question. Yes, Blackwell 411 is in the lobby, so he's going to get a race 2. Where he starts is anyone's guess. It could be at the front, it could be at the back. Where's he going to be? He's starting at the... no, he's starting at the front. Oh yeah, that is... I thought that was Luke Doherty's livery. So, predictions then. Oof, Blackwell 411 is looking pretty good. If he's starting from the front of the pack in race 2. As long as he doesn't thrash his tyres to death. So we'll just wait for him to get away. It's a good start by him. So into this first turn then. So it might get a little bit more punchy now. We've got the faster drivers from race 1 trying to battle their way through the pack. We'll see how they get on. So Blackwell 411 leads then, just over half a second from Luke Doherty. He's got 0.6 over P. Gibb in third as they head up and over the hill. Big gaggle again, kicking off behind. Ring 2 continue, just holding out as he knows he's losing positions. D-Dot got himself into 4th. 4 wide as they head into the hairpin. It could be chaos. 2 little packs running through there cleanly. They're still battling it out as well as they head back up this hill. So Cutler actually gets himself up into 4th position. Another prediction. Possible Cutler if he gets up to the front soon enough. Get on the tail of Blackwell 411. So Ring 2 continue in 5th. D-Dot 7th now. He was 6th. Pajonsky actually just getting through. So D-Dot 7th. RA320 8th. TRG Obi-Wan just getting past RA320. Side by side as they head back down on. Yes, but Graham Reed is now going for a slingshot down the inside of RA320 into turn 1. They get through there cleanly. Graham Reed's a great move by Graham up into 9th. Hot on the heels of TRG Obi-Wan as well. So Chanel in 10th. A long way to go there. A little bit of a penalty he's got to lose. Dan KBL in 11th, RA320 in 12th. Rob Scott's now 13th, so Rob carrying extra weight from race 1 as well. So back up front, Blackwell 411 still leading. Luke Doherty keeping him in check half a second. Pete Gibbs closed that gap up on him. Cutler is actually closing that gap up as well, 1.7 at the minute. Let's keep an eye on that. Super softs for Blackwell 411, mediums for Luke Doherty, but we will see that Luke Doherty will wear his tyres out just as quick as the guys on the faster tyres. Racing softs for Pete Gibb in 3rd. Cutler has chopped a 10th down. Oh, he's just lost it again. He's picked himself up with a penalty as well, he's got to lose. I don't know what Graham Reed's race is in, to be honest. So Cutler then just trying to lose his penalties, lost time, 2 seconds, it's back up to 2 seconds as he drops his penalty around the hairpin. So Blackwell just starting to pull another couple of tenths on Luke Doherty. Luke's having to keep a close eye on his rear view mirrors. He's got P. Gibb all over him before they even get to the hill. try and defend it a little bit. Possibly just giving him a little nudge down the track, trying to close that gap back up on Blackwell 411, all that curb for Luke Doherty and P. Gibb. Coming through to the final sector of lap 3 then. Nice. Pleasant. Got me on the big one and him on the phone. I like it. So Luke Doherty just holding on to second. P. Gibb losing a bit of time through that little section. We'll get a tow down the start finish straight. Doherty running a tiny bit wide. Cutler still got a 2-second gap. He's not managed to drop all that penalty yet either. Johnski behind him in 5th with a penalty to lose as well. He's another 2 seconds back from Cutler. Obi-Wan is now 2.6 seconds back from Johnski. He's got a bit of pressure from these drivers behind. We've got a Graham Reed's just run it a little bit deep in the hairpin. Just hold on to 7th though. Lost a bit of time to TRG Obi-Wan. He's now got Dan KBL. Rig 2 continues, run wide. Track, but he's lost a position or 2. So Dan holding 8th, D. Dot 9th, Chanel in 10th, Rob Scott 11th. Scott and Chanel going to have a good old tussle down here as well. I think not quite. Thought RA320 was going to go for a bit of a slingshot down the inside as well. Rob Scott chucks himself through. Oh, a little bit of contact. Chanel just going a little bit wide onto the sand. Sits in 12th, RA320 might be able to close that gap up. Yeah, he's carrying a bit more speed than Chanel. And racing hard as well, 320. He's looking to run really long on those. So Blackwell 411, 1.5 second lead over Luke Doherty. Perhaps P. Gibb should make a move past him. So Blackwell sticking fastest lap of the race in a 1:34.3. Sitting on lap 2. Again, just losing a bit more time to Blackwell. If I was in P. Gibb's position, I'd be thinking about chucking myself down the inside. And then get Luke to follow you if that's what you're trying to do. There's another 2/10 you'll lose into Blackwell 411 in front. I'll be sticking with Luke Doherty. Losing time to that front runner. So Cutler now 3 seconds back. 0.1. Bit of wear on those super softs as well. So he's going to start struggling to gain any time. He's got Pajonski behind him in 5th. He's only on these softs. Let's go and have a look. There we go. We've got Rob Scott to continue and D. Dot all battling it out for 9th. D. Dot just going to have to go a little bit not defensive, taking alternative routes. TRG Rig 2 continues running sideways with Rob Scott through there. Nowhere that D. Dot could go. He's getting that position off of Rig 2 to continue, and it looks like Chanel might come through to take that position as well, carrying a lot of speed down here. Rig 2's gone defensive. Chanel's going to try and run it around the outside. It's gone a little bit deep. Back on track now though. Rick drops his penalty through there. Holds on to that 11th. Chanel 12th. RA320 in 13th on those hard tyres. So although 23 seconds back from race leader, he's only 4 seconds back from Chanel in front. Not doing too bad on the hards. Bit of wear showing on those now. So Blackwell 411, 2.8 seconds. 2.9, Luke Doherty and Pete Gibbs still in the same position. Losing another half a second, that's 0.3. Johnski now 2.6 seconds back, still losing penalty. It's this turn here, Johnski likes to pick up a penalty on the exit of this one. Likes to cut a little bit of that turn there. I could be wrong. So a couple of drivers do it. So TRG Obi-Wan in 6th. He's now got a 1.6 seconds back, so Cutler's chucked himself in the pits. He's dumping those racing super softs already. Great reads. Just see where Cutler comes back out if he takes on board fuel. Looks like he might have. So he's the first of the stoppers. Blackwell then 3.4 out from Luke Doherty, still second. Pete Gibb third. Johnski fourth. TRG Obi-Wan in 5th. Graham Reed 6th. Dan KBL in 7th. So starting to work his way through the pack again from the back. One set of racing softs he's carrying though. Rob Scott in 8th. He's on the medium tyre, not doing too bad on those. Chanel in 9th on the softs, a bit of wear on those as well. TRG ready to continue on the softs, not too bad looking. RA320 11th on those hards. So Cutler's been in, a fresh set of racing softs for him. He decided those softs, super softs, are taking far too much of a thrashing. And then D-Dot, so he's been in, back out on a fresh set of softs, gone for a full tank as well. Sitting in 13th at the minute. Wait for the settling down of drivers as they come in and out of the pits in the next couple of laps. So Blackwell in now. He's racing super softs, looking pretty beaten up. Pete Gibbs stops out on his softs, looking pretty good on those at the minute. Plenty of fuel on board as well. So Luke, Johnski, Graham Reeds, Blackwell, Chanel, everybody's coming in the pits. Rob Scott's not. He looks like he's on a very similar strategy to P. Gibb. Very similar fuel as well. So Blackwell 411 comes back out the pits, not taking on board all the fuel, and Rob Scott just running it wide there. It's going to lose him a bit of time. Blackwell 411 closing that gap up then on his out lap. Doherty, so come out under the set of mediums for Luke. Come out in 5th then, stopped a lap ago. He's on those softs. RA320 on the hards in 6th. Again, still a quarter of a tank on board for him. Obi-Wan stopped, super softs on board, just over 3/4 of a tank. Dan KBL, super softs on 3/4 of a tank. Johnski set of softs, full tank. Graham Reed, 3/4 of a tank, racing softs. D-Dot racing softs, and just over, he took on a full tank, did he? He's back up into 11th as well. Chanel been in and out, fresh set of softs, full tank. Now ring to continue, fresh set of softs, full tank. So only a couple of drivers left to pit, P. Gibb being one of those. He's got 19.3 seconds over Blackwell. Did Blackwell come out on another set of super softs? Yes, he did. Will they last till the end of the race? How long can P. Gibb make his softs last? He does know a strategy or two, does P. Gibb? 7-second lead. Let's keep our eye on that. He's losing a few tenths to Blackwell behind. Obviously the super soft tyre, fresh and brand new at the minute. Looking like Blackwell 411 might be going for a two-stopper and just stopping in the last lap or two of the race. see. He's taken that time between himself and Pete Gibb down to 18 seconds. Luke Doherty 1.2 seconds back in third. So only got half a tank on board for Luke, so looking like he might be pulling the same kind of strategy as well. Going for a little late stop. Rob Scott yet to stop as well. So not doing too bad on the mediums. Cutler starting to show a bit of wear on those softs, sitting in fifth at the minute. Fair bit of fuel on board. He may have to do a little splash and dash at the end. TRG Obi-Wan again on those super softs. But Dan KBL, Podjonski having a bit of a punch up. Dan in 7th, Podjonski 8th. Softs versus super softs. Podjonski actually carrying a little bit more fuel as well, but Dan KBL carrying extra weight from race 1. Podjonski slings one out down the inside. Chucks himself through. Dan KBL just lets his car carry the speed through the turn. And that is a great bit of driving from Dan KBL to try and keep himself in the fight. Just gets his car a little bit loose on that curb. Catches Podjonski a little bit, but Podjonski retains the 7th position. Can Dan KBL come back at him? He's already trying to get himself up the inside. Podjonski can see it coming, he's gone defensive. He's going to make Dan KBL try and run around the outside. That's not going to work in the heavier car. Might work running down the hill with the extra weight. So Podjonski still holds on to 7th. Dan KBL still looking for a way past. Nothing given at the minute. Can he sling one down this double right-hander? Oh, again, tiny little bit of contact between the two. To be expected, he's picked up a penalty as well, so all 4 wheels off the track there for Dan KBL. He's keeping himself in this fight though with Podjonski. Gets a good drive out of the final turn as well. He might be able to pull the manoeuvre back on Podjonski here. He's just backed out of that one. So Podjonski now holding that inside line. There's a good bit of driving between these two. Dan KBL starting to lose his penalty through there as well. So Pete Gibb continues to lead, almost out of fuel now. We will see him in at the end of this lap. And gap down to 13.9 seconds. But he's run 17 minutes of this race on those tyres so far. So Blackwell 411 holding 2nd. Luke Doherty losing another couple of tenths down to 1.8. Yeah, down to 1/4 of a tank as well. So I think Dan KBL and Luke might have to come in for a dump of fuel, especially Luke. He's only sitting on 1/4 of a tank now. Cutler's got himself up into 4th. Is he going to have to come in? He's got just under half a tank. Rob Scott in 5th, so he's going to be at the end of this lap. Pete Gibbs in now. Let's see what happens and where he comes back out. Blackwell 411 then around that final turn. Pete Gibbs just into his pit box now, taking on board tyres and fuel. Doherty then comes through, trying to drop that penalty. Cutler comes through. So Rob Scott's in the pits as well now. Both those drivers running really long. So Pete Gibb back out the pits in 5th position. 11.5 minutes remaining, and he's got 13.4 seconds to try and close that gap up on the race leader Blackwell 411. Fresh set of softs for him. He's gone for a full tank as well. I don't know whether you needed to stick on board a full tank there, Pete Gibb. That might have cost you a position or two there. So Blackwell 411 takes race lead again. 2.7 seconds over Luke Doherty, who's 11 minutes remaining, a little bit of wear on his super soft tyres as well. So he's just at the quarter of a tank mark as well. We'll see if he comes in. Luke Doherty, yeah, he's only going to be a lap or so before he's in. Still trying to drop more penalty for Luke, 0.4 of a second. So Cutler not looking too bad either. 4.8 seconds back from Luke. 3.8 seconds to 4th place, TRG Obi-Wan behind him. Again, his top 3 or 4 may have to pit again before the end of this race. 10.5 minutes remaining. They do. Cutler comes in, Luke Doherty comes in. Reed stops out, Johnski's trying to get past him. Going up the inside for 4th position. He's running a little bit deep. He's onto the grass. Gives Graham Reeves the position back. Does drop his penalty there, but loses a position as well. So Blackwell 411. 11.3 seconds lead over TRG Obi-Wan. Both of these drivers lacking fuel at the minute. P. Gibb only 1.3 seconds back from Obi-Wan, so definitely going to move up a podium position. Here's P. Gibb. 11.6, so they are starting to close the gap up on Blackwell 411 as well. So we'll have to stop. We won't have to put a lot of fuel in, but it might just take enough time for TRG Obi-Wan and P. Gibb get back involved with this fight, especially P. Gibb. He's going to at least take TRG Obi-Wan. He might be able to close the gap back up on Blackwell 411. So he's in now. Obi-Wan will probably come in as well. There he is. P. Gibb then comes through. Can Blackwell get back out the pits before P. Gibb comes past pit exit? Johnski comes through to take 2nd. He looks like he might be running to the end. No, he might have to come in. 8.5 minutes left. He's only got a quarter of a tank. So P. Gibb leading now. Decent wear on those softs. 3/4 of a tank just under remaining. 8 minutes left on the clock. 6.8 second lead over Johnski. Johnski's got another 2.4 over Blackwell 411, who's just been in. Fresh set of racing super softs again, and 3/4 of a tank for the last 8 minutes. Luke Doherty and Cutler having a bit of a punch up now as well. Luke just holding on to that one, trying to drop his penalty. Coming under attack from Cutler 182. These two have had a couple of good battles in the Minis and the Ford Focuses when that was running. Trying to get back down the inside there. Cutler didn't quite work out for him. Is he going to sling one up the inside here? So he's on the fresh super softs versus softs from Luke Doherty. And as mentioned, Luke can tear through a set of tyres quicker than any man I know. Apart from maybe Bob Bristow in a Lamborghini. So Johnski in now. So Luke Doherty and Cutler are going to come through. Oh, Cutler just getting a couple of wheels on the grass there as he came out of that turn. Still in the fight with Luke Doherty. Tries to sling one up the inside. He goes for it. Luke Doherty just drops his penalty through there. Allows Cutler through to take that 3rd. It's on then 6 minutes between these two. So Blackwell 411, 2nd position at the minute. Was leading this race for the majority of it. Purple sectors from him. He's already got fastest lap of the race with a 1:34.3. He's looking for another one. So 8.5 seconds back from race leader P. Gibb. laps remaining. So they're just going to... It's a little bit wide there, P. Gibb. Those little mistakes that will allow Blackwell 4-1 to just chop those tenths out of him in these last few laps. He's got a little bit of a penalty to lose, 0.4 seconds. Gap at 8.5. Luke Doherty and Cutler behind, still battling it out for third and fourth. These two have had, like I say, some really good battles in the focuses as well. Chucks one back down the inside, side by side as they head back down towards turn one. That's not the view I want. Oi! Get out of it. Tries to get back down the inside, does Luke, not quite able to there. Nice wide line to try and carry as much speed as possible through here. So just 0.2 back from Cutler as they head round this little right-hander up and over the hill. Cutler's clinging into that right-hand side of the track. Doherty slings one out. Oi! Cutler though just carries the speed through, takes that third position again off of Luke Doherty. Really good fight between these two. We have got TRG Obi-Wan just closing up in the background. Got to be careful, he's only a second back himself. He could sling one down the inside of these two if they're not careful, not looking. Paying attention to each other rather than who's coming up behind. Closing up again then, Luke Doherty. Evening the whole of TANSO Racing Group. Still on it between Luke and Cutler. Cutler's seen him, he's gone defensive already, trying to drop the toe. Can Luke sling one down the inside here at turn one? No, he's backed out of that one. Carries good speed through turn one, gets a good line into the hairpin as well. Might be able to sling one up the inside here if he can carry the speed. Not quite, Cutler just gets back in front. So there's the racing softs of Luke Doherty. He's looking pretty worn versus the super softs of Cutler's. So they're on it again then, back and over the hill. Luke Doherty's going to try it again, is he? No chance Cutler's going to let you slot one down the inside there. Can he get the cutback? He goes for it. It's a good move by Luke Doherty. Cutler just gets a wheel on the sand, loses a bit of time. Luke then retakes that third position. 2 minutes 40 left on the clock. Can he hold on to it? Let's go and have a look what's happening with P. Gibb. 6.1 seconds up the road, 6.2 seconds. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. 2 laps remaining. Starting to look a bit of wear on those super softs of Blackwell's as well. He has been pushing it. He's taken 2.5 seconds out of P. Gibb's time. So just coming through that first turn now as P. Gibb comes through the exit of the hairpin. He's gained a few tenths actually there, P. Gibb. Gap back up to 6.4. Big gaps back to Cutler then in third. He's managed to get himself back past Luke Doherty. Oh, he did that through there, didn't he? Luke backed out of the first turn, but that has brought TRG Obi-Wan right into this fight now. He's now putting Luke Doherty under pressure. He's already got a nose. Oh, not quite. I thought he'd already got his nose down the inside of Luke Doherty through the S's. Could end up being a three-way fight here if they don't let Cutler disappear down the track. Just coasting it down through there was TRG Obi-Wan. Cutler's run it a little bit deep. Oh, he's got some wheels on the sand. Luke Doherty all over his rear end, dragging TRG Obi-Wan with them. Slinging these minis through these S's. So TRG Obi-Wan just going to slot one down the inside of Luke. Thank you. Can he hold the position? He does. So gets up into fourth. He's now got, where's he gone? Cutler, he's trying to hunt down, slings one down the inside of Cutler at the final turn. Doesn't quite work out. Might do if Cutler runs a tiny bit wide. He has. Carried a lot of speed through there. Luke Doherty comes back through as well. So definitely on between these three for the last lap. Let's just go and see what's happening with Pete Gibb. Gap of 5.8 seconds. 10 seconds left on the race timer. He's almost out of fuel as well. He's played his strategy right, has P. Gibb. I think he'd taken on board too much fuel, but what do you know, commentator? So just half a lap remaining for P. Gibb. 5.5 seconds the gap. Can afford to take it a little bit easy, but he doesn't want to take it so easy that he makes a mistake. See what's kicking off here. Luke, Cutler and Obi-Wan still at it for third. Oh, Luke getting a couple of wheels on the sand. TRG Obi-Wan helping him out a little bit there. Tiny bit of contact between the two, but still on it between these three. So Pete Gibb then, final turn to go. Where is he? There he is. It's a longer turn than you'd think, that one. So comfortably, just about to run out of fuel as he comes across the line there to take first in race 2. Blackwell 411, another good race from him, taking second position. Obi-Wan, so he's managed to get himself. Who's going to take the win here? Could be Cutler. It's a three-way fight to the line. Luke's in front. Oh my God! Yeah, Luke took it. TRG Obi-Wan took fourth. Cutler took fifth. Rob Scott took sixth. Why would they let me go to Rob Scott? Graham Reed seventh. Dan KBL eighth. Bajonski ninth. D Dots in 10th. Chanel in 11th, RA320 in 12th, and Rick 2 continued in 13th. That was a great final straight. 3 wide as they're heading up to the line. It could have been anyone's. I think Cutler just tried to drop his penalty as he crossed the line. Well, those three having a real good battle the last few laps. Cutler and Luke Doherty having a good battle for the previous couple of laps as well. Some good racing. I'm sure you're going to see some I love that, that was great in the chat in about 13 seconds. Okay, maybe I was a little bit out on my timing, but you're going to see it. Luke Doherty and Cutler, they're both at it. They'll be talking to each other about how good that race is. I'm surprised TRG Obi-Wan's not in the middle of that one. Graham Reed saying Bajonski was glitching a little bit. You'll work it out, mate. You'll work it out. But you got to remember, you took the race win last week, didn't you? Therefore, carrying extra weight over. So you can't be kicking yourself too much about race 1. Yes, all right, maybe a little mistake that, you know, possibly cost other drivers positions, but again, come back next week a little bit stronger, a little bit heavier, admittedly, but a little bit stronger. So that was round 3 of TANSO Racing's CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. I am back. Well, this is back at the same time next week. I'm back tomorrow night at 8:10 for Next Gen Racing's Lamborghini League. That starts at 8:10. It's only a 5-minute quali in that one, so they don't get very long at all. And then a half an hour race, so that's 8:10 tomorrow. 8:30 on Wednesday, we've got Mature Racing Club's Team Oliver Racing GR3 League. Nothing on Thursday, nothing on Friday, nothing on Saturday. Whew. And Sunday night, just the one race now. So 8 o'clock, we've got the MX5 Modi 5 Cup, sponsored by Kyrgyzstan Motorsport and MK Designs. Big shout out to TANSO sponsors as well. MK Designs, Motorsport Wall Art, Tribal Branding. There's bound to be another one that I've probably forgot. There's another one. It'll come to me. Maybe next week. Just see what's happening in the chat. Yeah, looks like there is some glitching going on in lobbies. So yeah, that's my lineup tomorrow night. 8:10 for the Lambos, 8:30 for the Team Oliver Racing GR3 League. Sunday night at 8 o'clock for the MX5s, and then back same time next week for the Minis. If you want to help my channel out, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/darksmoka. Donate if you can. Be much appreciated. Thank you very much. I hope you've liked what you've watched. Let's see what you lot are all chatting on about before I kick you all out, before not talking to you. Pete Gibb, yeah, but chucked 4 places away. Yeah, but again, you were sitting at the top after last week, Pete Gibb. Shh, I don't want to hear it. Yes, Chanel. Nice bit of fighting tonight between you lot. It's enjoyable. Cutler, no problem. He's just coming up in the PlayStation chat there. And again, P Gibb, no problem, mate. Yes, if you like what you watched, give it a like, give it a subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. Let's see if we can get 17 more mums before Christmas or New Year. Just 17 more mums. Just borrow their phones. Yeah. Your mates. Yeah, show me that video. Oh yeah, give me your phone. Work colleagues, all of them. Your dog. 17. That means I've gone up 300 subscribers this year. How mad's that many people want to listen to me? Anyway, that's me. Enough of me waffling. If you like what you watched, I'm saying it again. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Darksmoka. I'm out of here.